Welcome to Spidell's California Minute. I'm your host, Catherine Sedan. This week we're covering Proposition 19 base year value transfers for taxpayers over age 55. Get an update on everything that happened during the year to be prepared for tax season at Spidell's Federal and California Tax Update webinar. You can see a list of dates and topics at spidell.com under webinars. Proposition 19, passed by California voters in 2020, allows taxpayers who are over age 55, severely and permanently disabled, or a victim of a wildfire or other natural disaster to transfer their property tax adjusted base year value to a replacement property anywhere in the state. The properties are no longer required to be in the same county or a county that has an ordinance that allows inter-county base year value transfers. Taxpayers who are over age 55 or disabled can transfer the base year value of the relinquished property up to 3 times during their lifetime. Disaster victims can make these transfers for an unlimited number of disaster-related transfers. These taxpayers are no longer limited to replacement properties of equal or lesser value. If they purchase a replacement property with a higher fair market value than their original property, the assessed value of the replacement property would be equal to the assessed value of the original property, plus the difference in fair market value between the original property and the fair market value of the replacement property. For married couples with one spouse who is at least age 55 and another below age 55, the base year transfer available to seniors is allowed only if the spouse who is at least age 55 is one of the owners of both the original property and the replacement property, even if they're both co-owners. There's a rebuttable presumption that if the spouse is not on title, they're not an owner. This presumption can be rebutted if the spouse not on the title contributed to the purchase of the home or provides sworn declarations accompanied by written agreements, canceled checks, insurance policies, tax returns, etc. At the time of sale, the original property is required to have been eligible for the homeowner's exemption or entitled to the disabled veteran's exemption. However, disaster victims are eligible for the base year value transfer if the residence was their original primary residence at the time the property was substantially damaged or destroyed by the disaster, even if the original principal residence was not their principal residence at the time of the transfer. If a property was substantially damaged or destroyed by a wildfire, natural disaster, or misfortune or calamity, and the owner does not rebuild, the full cash value of the original property is the full cash value prior to the disaster. Property is substantially damaged or destroyed if either the land or the improvements sustain physical damage amounting to more than 50% of either the land's or the improvement's full cash value immediately prior to the disaster. Damage includes a reduction in the value of the property due to restricted access to the property caused by the disaster. There are a number of other conditions that have to be met in order to qualify for a Proposition 19 base year transfer, which we will cover in our 2-hour webinar, California Property Tax Transfers, on September 3rd. For details and to register, go to spidell.com and click Webinars. That's all for this week. Join us next time for another episode of Spidell's California Minute.